Next on Watch the Damn Tape, we're going to go over that Philadelphia Eagles Washington Commanders NFC Championship game. Watch the damn tape, folks. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. New subscribers, welcome. Old subscribers, thank you for continue to push me to make this content. Let's get into that game. The Eagles put the smackdown on the Commanders, 55-23. But the tone of this game to me was set on the first drive of the game by the Washington Commanders. Dan Quinn they go on an 18-play drive. They go for it twice on 4th down. They get it on 4th and 3. And he elects to kick a 34-yard field goal. That was a mistake. You went for it twice on 4th down just to get a field goal. The message that is sent to your team was one thing. You already are going for it on 4th. So we know it's a pressure situation. Go ahead and roll the dice, dude. And your team's rolling. You got Jaden Daniels. If he drops back, he can damn near outrun any person on that field. Get the 3 and keep the drive moving. They kick the field goal, kickoff, first play. Eagles do a toss. Saquon Barkley breaks for 60 yards to the house, scores a touchdown. 7-3. Immediately. I knew right then it was over. It was over and done with. Because if the Eagles could run that play and get that amount of yards, it was going to be lights out the rest of the day. And that came to fruition. Barkley, 15 carries for $118. Light work. The team rushed 36 times for 229 yards. Jalen Hurts, at times, he looked decisive, and then he reverts back into kind of like Shedeur Sanders mode, where he does all these pirouettes and spins out and takes sacks, or either just throws the ball away. Frustrating. But once he was locked in, and just let it go. 20 or 28 for 246. On point. Would have had a better game if he had just thrown the ball a couple times and trusted his eyes. But he's still a developing quarterback in this league as well. So total yards, they had 459. They lead the league in total yardage. They had 459 yards. Jaden Daniels, 29 of 48 for 255. One touchdown, and like I said, one pick that was really nothing. He was the leading rusher. 6 for 48. Brian Robinson Jr. with basically nothing. Gave a nothing burger. This team is going to have to address the running back situation. They need a running back. Brian Robinson's a good change of pace back, come in, spell, but 36 yards as a starting NFL running back. 36. Your quarterback outran you. Ran for a higher percentage. Jaden Daniels ran 6 times for 48 yards. The longest rush was 19. Zach Ertz, 16 targets, 11 catches for 104 yards. Terry McLaurin, 3 catches for 51 yards. They need another complimentary receiver to go with McLaurin. Somebody that can stretch the field on the other side. They need another, either a dominant one or a number 2 that's killer. They have to give Jaden Daniels more weapons. You can't go into a playoff game and your leading receiver is a tight end because they're playing blanket coverage and not letting you get deep. They don't respect your receivers. All they're going to do is double McLaurin. The other guys, Zacchaeus, non-threats. Austin Eckler, a veteran, fumbled at the worst time. They're driving in the game still. and he's trying to get up after catching the pass. Just stay down, dude. You got a star quarterback. He's going to get some yards on the next play. Just keep the chains moving. There was mistake after mistake after mistake by this team, and the Eagles capitalized on every mistake, and that was the tale of the tape in this game. Those turnovers were costly, and Washington and Dan Quinn did nothing to stop the gashing on that run. Even Will Shipley broke a 57-yarder at the end of the game, but good grief, everybody was running. My mom could have ran through some of those holes. It didn't make any sense. But the same thing happened in Atlanta with Dan Quinn. You get too pass happy. He did the same thing in the Super Bowl. Too pass happy, didn't help your quarterback out, didn't run the ball. And they didn't do a good job of helping Jaden Daniels today. They didn't play complimentary football. They let that kid down. That's on the coach. That's on Dan Quinn. I'm sorry. Yeah, the 3 fumbles. Yeah, the Eagles made some plays, punched some balls out. Yes. But stopping that run, that's Dan Quinn's forte. Getting after the quarterback, it was non-existent today. That 60-yard run deflated this team. Deflated. Because if you can get 60 on the first drive, first play of a game, you know your playbook's open for the rest of the game, and this guy's finna eat. But Saquon didn't get expended this game. Hell, he'll be ready for the Super Bowl. That resting him for that week, that last week of the game, the season, is proving to be a blessing in disguise. But that was this game. It was a good game, but Dan Quinn, they need some. They got some pieces. They got exposed. One thing about the playoffs will show your weaknesses. And right now, the Commanders cannot. That their pass game is one-dimensional. This Terry McLaurin a bust. Zach Ertz is basically check down Charlie, a non-threat. Nobody was worried about Zach Ertz. That's why he caught 11 balls. They need another receiver, and they need a dominant running back to help this kid. But shout out to the Eagles. I picked them to win. Their defense was active, very active. Guys were making plays from backup positions and making plays. That's the good sign of a strong organization that builds a solid team. But those were my thoughts on the game. I'd love to know your thoughts. Please leave your comments down below so we can chop it up. But yeah, the Eagles are going to the bowl. Until next time, folks. Peace.